There is a current push to get all 254 Texas counties on the state's voter registration management system. The Elections Division Director for the Texas Secretary of State's office says even with the upgraded system coming next year, counties could ditch third-party vendors. Natalia Contreras with VoteBeat breaks down the system and her latest report. Thank you so much for joining us, Natalia.
Thank you.
All right, so obviously we want to talk to you today to get more insight about all of this. Can you just give us a snapshot of voter registration databases in Texas and how exactly they work?
Yeah, so early on, several years ago in the early 2000s, federal law required states to develop a centralized and computerized voter registration management system. So back then, Texas developed what they call TEAM back in 2004. And back then, that system was kind of slow. And you got to understand, this is a system that not only manages name, first and last and date of birth of voters, but it also has to handle a bunch more data, images of voter registration applications, images of voter signatures, maps of addresses, etc. So this data is just very expansive, right? And so back then, the system that the state developed was kind of slow. It had its flaws, and a lot of counties said that they just couldn't do their job really well with the system. So about 33 counties, including the very large counties in our state, like Harris, Dallas, Tarrant County, decided to hire a private vendor to handle this much data and for it to be able to do what they needed it to do.
Okay.
And so that's what these counties have been doing ever since, is they hire a third-party vendor that can handle the capacity of data that we're talking about here.
Gotcha. Okay. And Natalia, earlier this year, we know VoteBeat reported some counties were hit with a surcharge by a third-party vendor. What exactly happened there?
Yeah, so there's only 3 vendors. There's actually, in the elections world, not that many vendors and companies that handle elections and election technology. And so back then, what happened in March is that one of the vendors that's approved by the state, its name is Votech, sent an email to its clients in Texas and said, "Hey, we're gonna need you to pay us 35% on top of what you already pay us based on the contract that you have with us." Of course, that was very alarming to counties because that company signaled that it was having financial problems. And so if this is a company that's handling this type of data, which is very, very important information, election officials were really freaking out. They were concerned that something was going to happen. Luckily, that vendor is still in business today. Some counties are still using it. Some counties have opted out of it. And some counties have actually decided to go and use the state system because the state is actually revamping TEAM, its state's voter registration system. And so some counties are actually really thinking about going back and having the state manage this data.
Okay. Natalia, I love how passionate and just how much information you have about this. My next question, though, an obvious one, what does all of this mean for voters?
Yeah, and so this is very important for voters because voter registration management systems, voter registration data is basically the backbone of our elections. So it benefits all of us that the state has a state-of-the-art system that handles this information, because then that means that on election day, our voter registration data is up to date at the county level, right? It also means that if county election officials have the correct information and have a really good software that they can work with, then whenever we apply to register to vote and they are trying to find our address and they're trying to figure out, okay, where does this voter live? And what type of ballot do they need to have, on election day? Having a system that can actually, provide some sort of like Google map type of view of where people live, especially in rural areas where zip codes sometimes are different to track or, addresses can be weird. Voter registration management systems handle all of this. So at the end of the day, it benefits all of us. That not only the state, but the counties too have really, really good voter registration databases and voter registration softwares.
Okay, Natalia Contreras, the more you know. Thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.